Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to part 1 of the series Basics of Python. If you are new to my channel, subscribe to it and click on the bell notification to get all newly updated content. We are going to grow and we are learning everything from scratch. So today we will look at variables in Python, how to initialize them, different data types in Python and the data structures commonly used in Python. So let's start with variable in Python. So how do you declare a variable? Okay, you simply type a equal to 10. Okay, so 20. Okay, now what is a? A is the variable, whereas equal to is the assignment operator, and 20 is basically the data which we are passing in, which is an integer data type. Okay, remember, Python does not care about the type of the data which you are passing in. This is not the same if you know about the variable declaration happening in Java or C++. Python's type is understood dynamically when you run the program. Hence, Python is a dynamically typed language. Now, what is actually happening behind the screen? Here, the variable a is actually referring to a memory location where the value of 20 is stored in. So, what I mean by that? Okay. So first I will introduce you to the print keyword. Print keyword prints out to the output application or the console whatever you are putting inside the parenthesis. Okay, I'm using PyCharm IDE. You can use Sublime Text or Atom Editor, VS Code, anywhere you can execute this command. Okay, so now I want to see what is the output of A. What is the output of A? So this gives me 20, right? You can see the value over here. Now let's see the data type. Okay, we will give a type keyword for that. Okay, and inside that we have this a. So let's see the type of the data. So it's an int, basically the keyword for integer. Now we will look at the reference, memory reference. You just replace type with id. Id is used to get the memory reference of any variable or a data structure. So this is the location where the value 20 is actually stored. Okay, and a is actually referring to this location, and in this location you have this value 20. How about if I change the value to 30? Okay, now let's see the id reference. As you can see, the reference has changed. Okay, I will execute again. Oh, sorry, now it has changed. 5840. Okay, now the reference of value a has changed. It's in a new a is referring to a new memory location, and the value is an integer data type and it's stored over there. Okay, so here when you assign a variable to a value to a variable, you are actually assigning a memory reference. Now let's talk about different types in Python. So I already introduced you to the type keyword. So we will use the type keyword to find out the types. Okay. So let's look at the type what we are having in A. So as I said earlier, it's an integer data type. How about if I add 0.13 to it? Let's see. So it's a float data type. Now how about this in a single quotes or a double quotes? It's a string data type. You can use single quotes or double quotes for representing a string. Okay. Now let's look at different data structures and their types. First, we will come up with list. Okay. Now list we will declare. Suppose I need to find a. Let's declare it. Okay. List is declared using an open and closing square brackets. Okay. And we will give 3-4 variables to 3-4 values to it. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, list can store different data types. Okay, and the order of this is actually maintained in the list. Okay, one interesting property of list is, okay, it is zero index. Basically, you have the index position of 12 as 0, 34 as 1, and apple as 2. Okay, so if you want to find out what is the value in the position 0, you type w of 0 and you see what is the value. So basically the 0th position of the list w have the value 12. How about the last one, which is a 0 1 2, right? Okay, so it's apple. Now there is one hack to it. If you give -1, basically it goes to it refers to the last element, the index W of -1. If you give -2, it's the second last element in the list. So that's 34.5. Now after this, we will find out that now suppose you want to know the type. Okay, how the type is represented. Just use the type keyword again. Okay, and now run the code. You can see the type as list. Okay, now what we are going to do is basically we are going to substitute the value in the location 0 of the list. Basically W of 0 is, we all know that it's 12. Let's substitute with a new value 98. Okay, and let's print out the list. Print out W. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, the value has actually changed. Instead of 12, now you have 98. Okay, so print W, it's 98. Good. So there are many list operations and list method. We will look into that in a different video. Now let's look at another one, which is dictionary, another data type. Okay. Now the dictionary is basically characterized with the open and close curly brackets. Now for this dictionary, there is a key value relationship. Basically the key, suppose name of a person is John. Okay, you give it as name as a key as name and value as the whatever the value of that person is. Okay, now next is his age. Okay, age is the key and you give the value 32. So now you are saying, okay, instead of indexing, here you are getting the value. If you want to get the value, you are going to refer to the key. So give me the value whose key is name. Okay, so here if you check it out, it's John. How about age? Okay, give me the value whose key is age. So you are going to get it as 32. So one of the important things to remember in dictionary is you can't have in a dictionary two similar keys. Okay, you can't have that because you don't know, right, which to refer to. Basically, if you say name and you are having two similar one, name John and name Mike, Python doesn't understand that. So always take care that you don't put two similar keys in a dictionary. How about if you want to replace it? So let's like that, like what we have seen in the list, right? You give that index that with the here index with the key, and you replace with a new value. Suppose 45, and just print it. Okay, print the dictionary out. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that the new value has come as age 45. Okay, now there are other operations which you can do in a dictionary. We will look in another video of that. Let's look at the type of this. You simply use the type keyword. Okay, and let's just see what it gives us. So you see that the class is dict. So basically in Python lingo, dict is dictionary. Okay, the last data structure we are going to look at is tuple or tuple. You can call it in any way you like. Okay, that is represented by opening and closing parentheses. Just like list, it also has values. You can store multiple data types inside a tuple. Now you can print, first let's print out the type. Okay, let's see the type of the data structure. So you can see that the value is actually tuple. Okay, that's what we got. Now the interesting thing about this data structure is you cannot replace a value in a particular position. That makes it immutable. That's a property of immutability. You cannot replace the value in a tuple. So once you initialize this tuple, if you are if you are going to go to the 0th index, okay, you can actually get the value, access the values. There is no issue with accessing the values. I will show you that q of 0, you should get 34. Yeah, you are getting 34. But when we assign the value, okay, when we assign that value, you will not get it, and you will get an error. Suppose 56, you are putting it. You are going to replace the 0th element with 56. Okay. Let's just do that. Okay, and we will see. So now you are getting a type error. Okay, tuple object does not support item assignment. So that's one interesting property of tuple. But other than that, you can actually access it. Once it's initialized, you cannot replace the values in a tuple. So Actually, yeah, there are different methods in a tuple. It's similar to list. Okay, so as I said, I will make another video for all those operations. That's it for today. I hope you found this video useful and help you start your Python coding journey. Give a like to this video and subscribe to the channel. Again, Python is easy and you can learn it pretty quickly. And I will be posting more videos on this series. Click on the bell icon to get the notification whenever I post a new videos. Have a great day, guys. Bye.